Tuesday afternoon. Thank you for being here. I'm Corey, and I am subbing for Katrina this afternoon. I'm happy to be here and be with you. Today, what I was thinking that where we would begin is that, so I'm in the 300-hour YTT program, and we're reading this book right now called The Yoga of the Subtle Body. And the anatomy teacher who wrote that book, we're being taught by his right-hand gal of sorts. And the way they talk about the rib cage, they don't really call it the rib cage, they call it the rib basket. And not necessarily do they call it for this reason that I'm going to go into, but it made me think about when we call it the rib cage, that word, cage and basket, they're very similar. They hold things. It's just a matter of the energy behind the words that I find. The rib cage the cage sounds like it's more restricted and you're trapped. In the basket, it sounds like it's more, flexible and you're being supported and being held. So there are two words to still say being held. It's just a matter of how are we being held. And so I liked the terminology of rib basket. It holds our lungs, it holds our heart, it holds the center of the prana that gives us this life force. So as I guess we're going to start now, but I'd like us to focus on three meridians that I'm learning about in the traditional Chinese medicine, and it's to open up the lung meridians. So we'll begin that for our practice today. And so lung 1 and 2, they're acupressure points. And so in your comfortable seat where you're at, you'll just take one of your hands, let's take our right hand to begin with, and identify your collarbone, and go to the outer edge, and on the underneath, you'll find that it's kind of like a little hollow, a little sunken in. Lung 1 is right where, the top of the collarbone is. Lung 2 is down into that hollow point. So I was thinking for the first 30 seconds, a minute or so, we just gently massage and breathe at the same time. Good reminder for that, Holly. Thank you. And so opening up this meridian line, this lung line, ideally will help us breathe easier when we come into our pranayama here in just a minute or so. Let's go in the opposite circle if you've been traveling in one. And gently pushing down, not too hard, but not too light. You want to activate this area. And now with the same hand, gently make a little cup of your hand and tap over that area. Once again, just gentle. We want to be held by your breath in a supportive way, not being trapped. And so how we talk to our body in this form of movement talks a lot to our nervous system. So just be gentle. Maybe 10 more taps or so. I think our left side is good. Let's go to our right side. So let's identify lung 1 and lung 2 on our right collarbone. So finding that outer edge where it's kind of shallowed down or hollowed out on the underside of your collarbone. You have 1 and 2 right there. Just using your pointer finger and your middle finger, just gently rub. Continuing to breathe deeply into your lower lobes of your lungs. The energetic components of our lungs, the very bottom, is related to the earth element and water element, the heaviness, groundedness. When we intentionally breathe into the bottom of our lungs, we're helping promote that type of energy. Go the opposite direction if you've been just circling in one. Breathe down into the earth and water of your lungs. Beautiful. let's make a little cup of our hand and just gently begin to tap over that area we've been just rubbing. Continuing to breathe. About like 10 or 15 seconds left. Activating this line. And then we'll go into our hands. So you may have heard of like reflexology for your feet, how it's a map of your body. Your hands are kind of the same. All right, let's stop that gentle tapping. Now come into our hands. They say it's the same thing along the lines with our hands. And so for our hands, there's the acupressure point of lung 10, right in the meaty component of your hand. So let's just push down on that gently. And then maybe even begin to slowly roll and rub that area. And so once again, into the reflexology, how it's a map of your body. The meaty part of our thumb, right in the center is our heart, and on the other side of it is our lungs. And so within our rib basket, that holds our lungs and our heart. Let's go to the other hand. Identify that meaty part on your right hand. Push down on it gently. After a couple of seconds of stillness with that pressure, begin to rub it out. Wakening up these lung meridians. Beautiful. Now let's relax our hands. Have our spine come long. Close your eyes. Come within. And just bring your attention and your awareness to the quality of your breath. The key I want you to keep in mind is to identify it without any criticism or judgment. Just noticing how your body is breathing and being held by your breath. With your hands on your knees, either palms facing down or palms facing up, I invite you to bring your thumb and your pointer finger together now. These are mudras. This is a mudra of sorts. Mudras help the prana travel through our body, and when you have your thumb connecting to the other fingers, you're triggering how the prana moves in your body. So, with your awareness, without judgment, see where your breath is landing with your pointer finger and your thumb touching. And another big breath in and out. Just settle. Now we'll play a little. Bring your thumb and your ring finger together. Continue to breathe. Keeping your focus and your awareness on the quality of your breath, how your breath is moving. And changing that connection between your thumb and another finger helps orient your prana, helps direct your prana in another way. Take another breath with your thumb and ring finger like this. And now let's switch back to thumb and pointer finger together. Notice how your body breathes with this connection. And at the bottom of your next exhale, switch your thumb to ring fingers. Just notice how your body breathes with this connection. We're practicing tuning in to the subtle energy of our body with this mudra, with the connection of body to breath. So now let's bring our thumb and pointer finger back together. And with a little bit of my help, do you maybe identify that your breath is a little bit lower into your lower lungs, to the bottom of your chest. Perhaps even a little bit more forward. Then when we switch our thumb and ring finger together, do that at the bottom of your next exhale. With this type of connection, it directs your prana to your upper airways. So you might actually feel it up in those areas where we were rubbing and tapping, activating those meridian lines up there, up by your collarbones. The bottom of your next exhale, let's play again, thumb and pointer finger. See how your body just wants to naturally breathe a little bit deeper when you have that connection. Being held by your breath, not being trapped by your breath. Bottom of your next exhale, one more time, thumb to ring finger. Just playing here with the mudras. Now bring your hands to your heart center. Your right and left knee in front of your heart. Push your thumbs into your sternum. Set an intention for your practice today. Maybe it's an essence of the difference of words, cage versus basket. Being trapped versus being held and supported. Whatever calls to you for your intention today, set that now. And continuing to connect on a subtle energy level, let's connect through sound and vibration with one round of Om. Let's take a collective inhale together. Collective exhale. Inhale for Om. Next inhale, drop both arms long up overhead. And now let's twist to the right. Left hand to your right knee, your right hand kickstands behind you. Maybe look over your right shoulder. Leaving that right hand where you're kickstanding. See if you may not even have the movement, but rotating the eye of your elbow away from your body. It helps align the veins and muscles that run from your neck down your collarbones through that lung meridian to open up. Do one more inhale and exhale here. And on your next inhale, both hands come back up overhead. Release from your twist and twist to the opposite side. Right hand to your left knee. Left hand kickstands behind you. Gaze over that left shoulder. Keeping your left hand where it's at. And see if you can rotate the eye of that left elbow a little bit more open to the windows, activating that meridian line. Beautiful. Identifying all the vessels that run down from our head, through our neck, down into the rib basket that holds and supports us. One more breath and then twist. Working with that line. And on your next inhale, both hands come back up overhead. And on your exhale, rock forward over your knees or switch your legs off to the side. We're making our way to tabletop. Finding some organic movement in the beginning. Be curious about how you feel today. I'm just going to lock the front door. Moving from these organic movements, find your neutral spine. And on your next inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze, lift your tailbone, come into cow pose, shine your chest forward, feel the lung meridians open up, continue to open up as you're looking towards the front of the room. And on your exhale, push away the ground, arch your spine, drop your head, drop your tail. Now begin to ebb and flow to the rhythm of your own breath. Your inhales, you drop your belly, lift your gaze, your tailbone. And on your exhales, you push away the ground, arching your spine, coming into cat pose. Do about 2 more of these to the rhythm of your breath. Articulating that spine, continuing to open it, awaken it. Gently letting your body know that we're going to be moving in a non-stressful way for your nervous system. When you're completed with that second round of cat, find your neutral spine again. And now finding spinal balance, using your hamstring and glute on your right leg, lift your right leg back behind you. And when you're ready, lift your left arm, bicep by left ear. Really reach your left fingertips towards the front of the room. Stand the sole of your foot on the wall behind you. Strong line here. On your next exhale, curl around in, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen into spinal balance. And exhale, curl around in, elbow to knee. Inhale into spinal balance. And exhale, curl around in, last time, elbow to knee. Inhale back to spinal balance, and on your exhale, return down to tabletop. Let's do the other side. Using your hamstring and your glute on your left leg, lift your left leg back behind you. And when you're ready, your right arm comes up the side, bicep by ear. Strong line, organize your body again. Really reach your right fingertips towards the front of the room. Stand the back of your left foot towards the wall behind you. Another inhale here, and on your exhale, curl and round in, elbow to knee. Inhale back to spinal balance. Exhale, curl and round in, elbow to knee. Inhale back to spinal balance. Last time, curl and round in on your exhale. Inhale back to spinal balance. And on your exhale, return to tabletop. Tuck your toes and begin to set your hips back towards your heels. You're coming into toes pose before we come into down dog. Walking your hands back towards your knees. You can stay just like this. This pose can get really intense rather quickly. And then if you want to experience a little bit deeper, you walk your hands closer to your body, shoulders over your hips. Stretching the bottoms of your feet, the arches that run from your big toe all the way down to your heel, across the ball of your foot. When we lose that articulation and flexibility in our feet, the rest of our body compensates. The orthopedic skeleton, even how we breathe, it's all connected. Let's do one more big breath like this. And walk your hands back in front of you, return back to tabletop, untuck your toes, and do just some toe taps. Releasing that red, nourishing blood flow after that compression. Beautiful. Now return to stillness, make your way down dog. Tuck your toes just for a minute. Send your heels back, hips high. Find movement if it calls to you for this first down dog of our practice. Pedaling your legs out one at a time. Shine your fingers wide, let the rays of the sun are just extensions of our heart chakra. Find stillness with your movement. And on your next inhale, right leg high to the sky, create it up. Rotate your ankle around in one direction and the other. Open up your hip, bend your right knee. Do a couple hip circles on this side. Now return back to three-legged dog. Square your hips. And on your exhale, left or right foot comes forward, low lunge. Maybe bring a blanket with you or fold your mat. Bring your left knee down to the ground. And on your inhale, Anjaneyasana, both hands up overhead. Maybe on this next breath, have a little back bend here. Lift your gaze, lift your low ribs, getting a little bit deeper into the hip flexor and psoas. And on your next exhale, both hands come down to the ground. You can bring your boxes if you'd like, but Ardha Hanumanasana, half split pose. Straighten that right leg, both hips are square with one another. Toes come back towards your knee. Another breath in and out. Inhale, bend back into that right knee, walk off to the side, come off of your left knee, and inhale into crescent lunge. Both hands overhead. Inhale here, and on your exhale, fly your wings back. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fly your wings back, so I'm follow that left foot to be lifted. Inhale, crescent one more time. And exhale, fly your wings. Inhale, back to crescent. And on your next exhale, frame your right foot. Come on down. Right foot steps back to meet left, plank pose. Strong line from the crown of your head down towards your heels, belly button fold up. Another inhale here. And on your exhale, drop down knees, chest, chin. Have a curvature in your low spine and your neck. And on your inhale, slither your wing forward, baby cobra. Slide your chest forward. And exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift you up through tabletop or plank. Make your way back to down dog. Maybe having any wiggles, move out from that side to the next. Find your stillness. And on your next inhale, left leg high to the side. Relay it up. Rotate your ankle around in one direction and the other. Open up that hip, bend your knee. Do a couple big hip circles, one direction and the other. Now square your hips off again, returning back to three-legged dog. And on your exhale, left foot comes forward for the lunge. Coming down onto your right knee, bring a blanket or fold your mat if you need. Inhale, lifts you up into Anjaneyasana. On your next inhale, maybe a little back bend. Lift your low ribs, lift your gaze, getting into this right side of your hip flexor and psoas. And on your next exhale, both hands come down to the ground. Straighten that left leg, Ardha Hanumanasana, half split pose. Maybe bring your blocks of you to have the ground come closer. Toes lift up off the ground, hips stay square. Another breath. Inhale, bend back into that left knee, low lunge. Come off of your right knee. Inhale, lift up into crescent. Inhaling here and fly your wings back on your exhale. Inhale to crescent and exhale, fly your wings back. Inhale into crescent. Last time, fly your wings back on your exhale. Inhale back to crescent. And on your exhale, both hands come down. Now frame your left foot, step back to plank, left foot meets right. Inhale here, and on your exhale, drop down knees, chest, chin, curvature in your low spine and neck. Inhale, slither your way forward to low cobra, and exhale, lower back down. Inhale, push up through tabletop or plank, make your way to down dog. Beautiful. At the bottom of your next exhale, walk your feet towards your hands in Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Maybe grab a hold of one of your elbows or each of your elbows, swaying side to side. If movement calls, if stillness calls, so maybe bend your knees and waterfall your torso over to your thighs. Have your head hang heavy, let your mind pour out. One more breath here. On your next inhale, hands to shins, lift up, halfway lift, flat back. And on your exhale, with straighter legs, fold forward, getting a little bit deeper into those hamstrings. And on your inhale, come all the way to Urdhva Hastasana, tall mountain pose, hands up overhead. And on your exhale, twist. Left hand forward, right hand back. Inhale, both hands up overhead. And exhale, right hand forward, left hand back. Inhale, both hands up overhead. Cactus your arms. Open up your heart, open up your throat. Inhale, both hands up overhead. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up, halfway lift. And exhale, fold forward. Now sink your hips, coming into chair, hands up overhead. If this is uncomfortable for your shoulders, you can bring your hands into Anjali Mudra right now. Another breath in. If your hands aren't in Anjali Mudra, have them come there now. And on your exhale, twist to the right. Left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Look down, make sure that your knees are still in line with one another. Inhale back through chair. Exhale, twist to the left. Right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Make sure your knees are still in line. Another breath in and out. Inhale back through chair. And exhale, forward fold. Left foot steps back to low lunge. Rotate it at a 90-degree angle. Inhale, lift you up into warrior two. Beautiful. Organizing your body here, aligning the right heel with the arch of your left. Hands energetically reach in opposite directions. Maybe your palms face up towards the sky. Hold the prana that you are allowing to enter into your body by being in this space. Hold it supportively with that intention that you're not going to trap anything in this world. You're not going to restrict yourself. Inhale your right hand forward. Exhale, reverse warrior. Really reach back from your hips rather than your ribs and your shoulders. Now straighten your right leg. Feel that compression release from that hip. Now bring your arms parallel to the ground. Preparation for Trikonasana. Right hand forward. Tick-tock down. Shin, ankle, foot, or block. Left hand towards the sky. Another breath in, try and be as flat as possible here, pushing your hips forward, shoulders back. Inhale back into warrior two, bend that right knee. And exhale, cartwheel your hands down through your right foot. Right foot steps back, knee left, plank pose, vinyasa through. If you like, exhale, lower down, knees touch chin. We're going to be meeting in down dog for these vinyasas. So they're optional. You don't have to take them. Exhale your hips high to down dog. But I just wanted to let you know that these vinyasas are completely optional. You don't have to take them. Whatever your energy is calling for you today. At the bottom of your next exhale, bring your feet towards your hands. Uttanasana again. Inhale, lift up, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sink your hips, return back to chair. Hands up overhead or in front of your heart center, weight in the back of your feet. Another inhale here and drinking bird. Exhale, lift your heels up off the ground, your knees come back. Inhale to chair. Exhale, wings fly back. Stretching the bottoms of your feet in this pose as well. Inhale to chair. Last time, exhale, wings back, drinking bird. Inhale back to chair, and exhale, Uttanasana, standing forward fold. This time, left foot stays where it's at, right foot comes back, low lunge. Rotate it at a 90-degree angle in preparation for warrior two. Inhale, lift you up. Organize your body in this first moment, finding your shape. Left heel aligns with the arch of your right foot. Arms reaching, opposing sides of the room. Another breath in and out. Inhale your left hand forward and exhale, reverse warrior, left hand up and back. Reaching here from, once again, your hips, not your ribs. And on your inhale, straighten your left leg, reverse triangle. Release in that hip. Now bring your arms parallel back to the ground. Preparing for Trikonasana. Left hand pulls forward and tick-tock down, shin, ankle, foot, or block. Right hand to the sky. One thing as well when we're in these poses is notice how your body breathes while we're in these different shapes. Try and hold yourself, support yourself. If you feel like your breath is trapping you, maybe come out of the pose and find a different level. Inhale back into warrior two, bend that left knee. And exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Thank you. Left foot steps back to right plank pose and vinyasa through if you like. Lower down, exhale. Inhale, lifts you up into upper facing dog cobra. And hips high, down dog. Beautiful. At the bottom of your next exhale, walk your feet towards your hands once again, Uttanasana. Now that we're in Uttanasana, I offer a shoulder stretch, continuing to open up our collarbones. So interlace your fingers behind your hips. If it calls you, bring your hands up overhead. Let your head hang heavy here, look towards the back of your space, not down at your toes. And so we're going to come into a standing split. Option here for difficult level ones. You can remove or have your hands come down to the ground and come into like a regular standing splits. But if you'd like the extra challenge, keep your hands interlaced behind your back, ground down into your right foot, and begin to use your hamstring and your glute on your left leg to lift that left leg up back behind you as your hands stay interlaced behind your back. And so let's actually release our hands from that shoulder stretch, have them come down to the ground. So we're now in Uttanasana. And let's come into standing splits. So keeping your hands down on the ground or with your blocks. Lift your left leg up back behind you. Keep your hips squared with one another. Maybe bring your blocks with you so your hands don't have to go as far down to the ground. Beautiful. Another breath in and out. Have your gaze towards the back of your space. Now bend into your right knee. Left toes come back behind you at a 45-degree angle, preparing for warrior one. Inhale, will lift you up. Keep your hips and shoulders squared to the front of the room. Beautiful. Continuing to open up our collarbones, interlace your hands behind your back. Look up, open your heart, open your throat. And on your exhale, humble warrior. Right shoulder scoop out, or the inside of your right knee. Hands come up overhead, comfortable through your shoulders. Another breath in and out. Release your hands, have them come down to the ground on either side of the right foot. Pivot your left toes, so you're now on the ball of your left toes. Inhale, lift up and toss. Breathe in here and out. Lift that back leg, have that lift you up towards the heavens. And on your next exhale, warrior two again. Open up towards the windows. Inhale your right hand up overhead, reverse warrior. Straighten that right leg, reverse triangle. Bring your arms out parallel towards the ground for Trikonasana. When you're ready, right hand comes forward and tick-tock on down to shin and forward walk. Maybe your gaze looks up towards your left hand. One more breath in and out. Inhale, bend into warrior two, lift on up. And exhale, cartwheel your hands down for your right foot. Right foot steps back to the left plank pose and now sit through if you like. Exhale, lower you down. Inhale, lift you up to upper facing dog cobra. And exhale, your hips high. One more breath and down dog. Steady your breath. Find that area of being held versus being trapped. At the bottom of your next exhale, walk your feet towards your hands. Uttanasana. Inhale, lift up, happy lift. And exhale, release. Now, if you want to try that balancing arms behind back standing splits, you can. Or you can keep your hands down onto the ground, but we're going to come into standing splits on that side. Down into that left foot, use your hands in your root on your right leg, lift it up back behind you. Keep your hips squared with one another. Head is heavy, gaze towards the back of your room. Great job, one more breath like this. And on your exhale, come into warrior one. Right foot steps back behind you. Hips and shoulders look square to the room. Lift up when you're ready. Bend into that left knee. Those legs are helping lift you towards the sky. Both feet are grounded down. Coming into humble warrior, interlace your hands behind your back. Look up towards the sky. Open your heart and your throat. And on your exhale, humble warrior. Left shoulder to the inside of your left knee. Maybe hands up overhead. Gaze is heavy towards the back of your room. Or your head is heavy. Gaze towards the back of your room. Another breath in. Release the clasp of your hands. Put them in front of your left foot. Pivot onto the ball of your right. Inhale, lift on up into crescent lunge. Beautiful. And on your next exhale, open up into warrior two. Inhale your left hand forward and now reverse warrior, left arm up and back. Inhale, straighten that left leg, reverse triangle. And now bring your arms parallel to the ground. Reach your left hand forward, tick-tock on down to shin, ankle foot block. Right hand towards the sky. Another breath in and out here. Inhale, bend into your left knee, warrior two. And exhale, cartwheel your hands down from your left foot. Left foot steps back to meet right knee. Also, really light will always meet down high. Beautiful. One more breath in this down dog. And let's come down onto our knees. Find tabletop. Bring your left hand underneath your left shoulder. Inhale your right hand up towards the sky. And on your exhale, thread the needle. Come down onto your right shoulder, your right ear. Extend your left arm long in front of you. Push away the ground. Pull your left hip back. Now, I haven't taught this yet, so let's try it. But extend your left leg back behind you. Keep your toes on the ground. We're just elongating the left side of our body. Beautiful. Another breath in and out. Return your left knee down to the ground, left hand in front of your face. Inhale, we'll lift you up, right hand towards the sky. And now shoulder stretch, wrap your right hand around your low back, reach for your left hip. And if you have a healthy neck and you'd like a neck stretch, I offer your left ear to your left shoulder, opening up the right side. Inhale, return your head back to neutral. Right hand back to the sky, return to tabletop. Now on your next inhale, left hand up towards the sky. And on your exhale, thread your needle, come down onto your left shoulder, your left ear. Right hand stretches long in front of you on the ground. Push away the ground. Pull your right hip towards the back. Now get this right leg involved. Extend your right leg back behind you. Keep your toes on the ground, but the whole right side of your body is elongated. One more breath in and out. Bring your right appendages back into place. Right hand in front of your face, right hand back onto the ground. Inhale, lift your left hand up towards the sky. And exhale, wrap your left hand around your low back, reaching for your right hip. And if you'd like that neck stretch, drop your right ear to your right shoulder, opening up the left side of your neck. Continuing to work with those lung meridians. Breathing deeply here. On your next inhale, return your head back to neutral, left hand towards the sky, and return back to tabletop. Tuck your toes, send your hips high. Once again, the down dog. Inhale your right leg high to the sky, your leg up. And on your exhale, right foot forward, low lunge. Inhale up into crescent, hands up overhead. And exhale, fly your wings back one time. Inhale into crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Pivot your right foot. Opening up towards the windows. Inhale your right hand towards the sky, reverse warrior. Inhale, straighten your right leg, reverse triangle. Bring your arms now parallel towards the ground. Prepare for triangle. Reach forward and tick-tock down when you're ready. Shin, ankle, foot, or block. Left hand towards the sky. On your next inhale, lift up into star, facing the plant wall. Toes out. I'm not so wobbly. Alrighty, facing the windows and star. Really radiate out here. Send your energy out into the field around you. Be free, yet be supported. Don't be trapped within your breath, within your mind, within the confines of what we put onto ourselves. Be free, yet support yourself. Another inhale here. And on your exhale, sink your hips. Bring your hands in front of your heart center. Horse pose. On your next inhale, right heel up off the ground. Stretch the bottom of your foot. Lower that down. Inhale your left heel up off the ground. Exhale, lower that down. Inhale both heels up off the ground. Breathe in, exhale, lower down. Inhale back to star. Radiate here. Pivot your toes, find warrior two back to the front of the room. And on your exhale, cartwheel your hands down, frame your right foot. Right foot steps back to meet left, plank pose, another vinyasa through if you like. And meet your down dog. On your next inhale, lift your left leg high to the sky, three-legged dog. And on your exhale, left foot forward, low lunge. Inhale up into crescent lunge. Exhale, fly your wings back one time. Inhale into crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Pivot that right foot. Inhale, reverse warrior, left hand up and back. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten that left leg. Bring your arms parallel to the ground. Prepare for Trikonasana, left hand forward, and tick-tock down when you're ready to shin, ankle, foot, or walk. Right hand towards the sky. One more breath in this shape. And on your inhale, lift you up into star pose, facing the opposite wall. Beautiful. Now let's bring our hands to our hips, heels behind our toes, elbows pointing back to the hands. Open up your heart, open up your throat, look up towards the sky. And on your exhale, hinge forward, wrist forward. Once again, have your head hang heavy. Let your mind pour out. What does it mean for you to be held? How do you hold yourself? Now bring your hands underneath your face. Lift up halfway. Keep your right hand on the ground. Inhale your left arm towards the sky. Little twist. Exhale, your left hand comes down. Replace your right. Inhale your right hand up towards the sky. And exhale, right hand returns back. Gentle bend into both knees, your hands to your hips. Slowly come on up. Avoid that head rush. Once you're up, pivot your way back to warrior two at the front of the room. Then you step left knee. On your next exhale, lower your hands down. Frame your left foot. Last vinyasa through if you'd like. Even down dog. At the bottom of your next exhale, walk your feet towards your hands, Uttanasana. And then begin to heel toe your feet out about mat width apart. Gonna come into Malasana Yogi Squat. You can bring your block with you if you need, just to have your bum sit down onto it. But come into your squat. It's okay if your heels lift up. Finding that position. Now bring your hands to your heart center. Elbows on the inside of the knees. Breathing here. Let's do about 3 more breaths. Now remove your hands from in front of your heart. Bring them in front of you. And just gently come up out of the squat to move your block and come down onto your bum. Alrighty. Let's come into like a wide-legged forward fold to begin with. Legs come wide, toes back towards you, flexing back towards your knees. On your inhale, both hands come up overhead. And on your exhale, hinge forward, hands come to the ground in front of you. Head comes down, forehead comes down. Keep your toes flexed back. One more breath in this fold. Your next inhale, walk your hands back towards your pelvis, your torso lifts up. Bend your left knee, have your your foot come into the inside of your right leg. Whatever you need to do for this, we're gonna hinge over the right leg. Okay. So squaring your shoulders off, facing your right toes. Both arms long up overhead, always a tall spine before you hinge. And on your exhale, come on down. Bring your left hand to the outside of your right foot or leg, keeping your body turned this way, identifying the lower left component of your back. One more breath here. Inhale will lift you up, back to a neutral spine, lifted. We're gonna come into a side bend, open up that intercostal area. A block may be helpful, may not, as an option to have your forearm land on that, or your forearm can land on the ground. We wanna keep our chest open to the side, however. So wherever that is for you, just bring the ground closer. And then draw your left arm up and over. Reach for your right toes. Keep your chest pulling away from your body. Shine it forward. Breathe into the rib basket. I'm sorry, I don't know about this. I just got spotted. Inhale, lift you up out of this bend. Now let's switch legs. Left leg long, right knee bent, and towards your left thigh. Square your shoulders off to your toes. Both arms long up overhead for that length. And on your exhale, fold over that straight leg. There you go. And have your right hand reach for the outside of your left leg. Your foot just keeps a little accountability for where your torso lands to identify the stretch in your lower right back. One more breath. Inhale, we'll lift you on up. And let's side bend on this side. Bring your block with you if you need. Bring the ground closer. The forearm either lands on the block or the ground in front of that left leg. And your right arm reaches up and over, reaching for those left toes. But don't sacrifice the bend and the opening of your chest to make that connection. That would really be trapping your prana if you were reaching forward foot. That rib cage very much becomes a cage at that point. More restrictive sorts. Inhale, lift you on up out of the side bend when you're ready. And now let's come into a little twist on the ground. So let's bend our knees towards the sky, our thumbs towards our heel. And with intention, maybe an imagery of ropes in front of you, slowly begin to come down onto your back. Once you're down onto your spine, draw your heels up towards your bum, coming into bridge, arms long, parallel beside you, palms facing down. Inhale on the bottom, and on your exhale, roll on up to your shoulders. Inhale on your shoulders, and on your exhale, lower down. Once you're down on the ground, inhale at the bottom, and on your exhale, roll on up to your shoulders. Inhale at the top, and on your exhale, lower down. Inhale while your hips are on the ground. And on your exhale, lift your hips up off the ground, come onto your shoulders. This time we'll stay. Walk your shoulder blades in towards one another. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Once again, opening up your chest and your collarbones. This time, try and make sure that your chin is lifted away from your chest, keeping that nadi that runs from your heart to your mind open, that expression center. When we feel like we can't communicate, whether it's in silence or maybe not necessarily speaking our authentic truth, that's trapping ourselves. It's not supporting ourselves in a way that is meant for us to be held. Do one more breath in this bridge, using the muscles in your back body to keep you up. You got this. Remove the interlacing of your fingers. Walk your shoulder blades out, bless you. And on your exhale, lower down. Great job. Bend your knees in towards your chest. Stretch the bottom of your sacrum, even glutes, and then we held bridge for quite some time. And now bring your feet back down to the ground. Keep your knees bent. Put your right ankle on top of your left knee, figure 4 pose. You can stay here if you'd like, or draw that left thigh in towards your chest. Grab a hold of that thigh or your shin, wrapping your right hand through that figure 4. Keep your toes flexed back towards your knees. Keep them protected. And a subtle little cueing difference to get a little bit deeper. Pull that left leg closer to your thigh, or closer to your chest, as you push your right knee away from your body. One more breath like this. Release your hands, bring your left foot down to the ground. And now let's come into a twist in this figure 4. Right foot comes to the left space beside you. Keep your shoulders down on the ground. Maybe you reach for your right ankle with your left hand, pull it a little bit closer. And if you can make that contact, try and push your right knee a little bit further away from your body once again. One more breath in like this. Now come back to a neutral spine. Unravel your legs, release the spine if you have that. Bring your knees into your chest just to reset real quick. And relax your feet back down to the ground. Left ankle on top of right knee, figure 4 shape. If you'd like, draw that right leg in towards your chest. Hold onto that right leg with your arms, either your thigh or your shin if you wrap around. Both toes stay flexed back towards your knees. Pulling in that right leg a little bit closer as you push that left knee a little bit further away. One more breath in this shape. Release the clasp of your legs. Keep your legs, however, in that figure four. And then twist to the right. Left foot stamps to the space beside you. Keep both shoulders down. Maybe you can grab your left ankle with your right hand. If you can, push that left knee a little bit further away. One more breath in this twist. Gently release, make your way back to your back, knees into your chest one more time. And happy baby or dead bug pose. Grab a hold of your feet or your shins from the outside. Bend your knees, hold the feet towards the sky. Maybe rock back and forth, massage your kidneys. On top of your kidneys are your adrenal glands. And they say that your adrenal glands are like the brain for your lower chakras. The fight or flight, your response of how you handle challenges. So don't let one of those challenges be being trapped by your breath. Let your breath support you and hold you and be the medicine that you need to get through those challenges. Now release your feet if you're still in happy baby. If there's any other posture calling to you, please find such. If not, it's Shavasana time. Draw your legs long. Let the ground support you. Need a blanket or a bolster. Be happy to get you. sense of two different words almost meaning the same thing. Cage and basket. They both hold. It's just a matter of how do they hold. How do you hold yourself in this life? Is there patterns, habits that might be trapping you in their own essence, holding you? Or are there things that really hold you like a basket, the interwovenness of the connection? Hold you with support, give and take, not hard like the bars of a cage. Maybe notice where you've been living inside a cage of your own making. Maybe notice some areas where you can soften into the feeling of being held and supported instead. Wiggling your fingers and your toes, rotating your ankles and your wrists. Maybe a full body stretch calls to you long up overhead. When you're ready, roll off to one of your sides. Just take another moment to connect with your sankalpa, your intention for your practice. And when you're ready, come back to a comfortable seat with a tall spine. I invite you to have your eyes stay closed a little bit longer and have your hands meet in front of your heart center. I'd like to close our practice with a round of Om. If you'd like to join me, please do. Take a collective inhale, collective exhale, and an inhale for Om. The light of me sees and honors the light of you beautiful yogis and this world. From my heart to yours. Namaste. Namaste. Do okay. Try. You did good. You did good. I want to make sure you're feeling okay though.
Thank you so much.
You feeling okay?
Yes. Great. Yeah, thank you. You're so comfortable. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm happy we got it at a comfortable feeling.
Yeah.
I like it at the center.